Welcome to our channel, EM Upholstery Technology. Okay guys, now we're gonna remove the cover for the armrest in the rear seat. And you're gonna need a T45. We're gonna use the spatula to pry the sides so we can release . Was a little tricky. There you have it. All it has is these indentures here and here. Making this so simple for you guys. Now this is my new cover. It goes like this. And we put it back in place the same way we took them off. How do you find the holes? You just have to feel them. And to prevent the thread for getting any kind of material, we use a countersink in reverse. Yeah, so we clear the hole for the thread on the bolt. There you have it, guys. This was your armrest for the rear. If you have questions, please put it in the comments. Okay guys, now we are in the process of mounting the upholstery covers. So the section is gonna be the one with the airbag, because you need to know how to put the tensioners there. So I'm gonna demonstrate that in a different video. For now it's just the mounting, and this is gonna be for all the covers. I just gonna make the exception for the airbag tensioners. So as I mentioned in many other videos that we have, when it comes to the installation, all the covers has to be aligned in the very center, one way or another one. What I mean by that is, if your cover doesn't have the center mark, you align the seam allowances, but always has to be in the center. Let's take a look at this one. So I'm looking at the two seam allowances to be centered, and there is a notch right here, but it's not really in the center. Now guys, there is another issue here. I always ask you guys to have a pocket knife that is dull. It's not sharp. It's just to perforate the pull so we can get our hack rings. I'm gonna do it manually because that's the way you wanna be doing it in the place that you are working in your interior, unless you have a professional tool like we do. But we don't want to show you those toys, but you might feel frustrated when you're doing it by hand. So I'm gonna center the seam allowances, and I'm gonna do the two incisions in the same position where the other ones were, and we are gonna hold it with the hack ring. You gotta be sure that you don't grab the heated element or the foam. You have to go strictly to the wire, and you double check that it's in the center. This incision that we make with the knife is kinda, I would say, a little bit more than half an inch, and what it does, it allows the cover to be adjusted to the precise location. That's the difference between your standard hack ring straight to the pull. If you put it straight to the pull, you have no chance to make adjustments. At least it will be more difficult. And it's the same process for all our covers. So we're gonna do this one. Now, if you want to know the difference between just do the hack rings and do a perfect trimming, all it comes to the seam allowances. You can leave them like that, or you can guide them inside the groove so you can see the difference in the trimming. It's more straight and it's more luxurious. In other ways, it kind of shapes better when you put the seam allowance inside the groove before you fold your cover, so you will have beautiful lines. Guys, this has been almost 40 years of experience, so you can get this in 2 minutes. We do the incisions and then we hack ring. I really want you guys to do this so you see that it's not that difficult as you see in other videos. They're making it so complicated. That's why we are demystifying the installation process. It's not that difficult. You can see that it's so simple. It's just a sequence. When you follow the sequence of the installation, everything is simple. But If the sequence is incorrect, you will suffer because you are doing a step that is not ideal for the installation. So if you follow the way I explained, you'll do this really easy. So that's why I mount the covers, then we do fully trimming, and the videos are designed in that way so you follow that sequence. Now that we have the size, the next step is to hold the Velcro and set it in place. Now guys, I'm using piping, so if you have this excess of the core of the piping, just remove it. And now that is there, the last part is you sink the foam a little bit and you just fold it over. And this is the special edition for this Tundra. It's a beautiful design. Well, for this section, the only difference is this insert right here. In the lean back, we're gonna have a nicer design. And what it does, once it's all trimmed, it looks more luxurious. It's a different vehicle completely. So that's your mounting, guys. And the same process we're gonna do for everything else. I just gonna cut a little section so you can see the demonstration on how to load the airbag guidance, because that's another difference. When you buy our kits, they'll come certified with the airbag deployment. It means at the moment of the airbag coming out of the upholstery, it will go exactly in the direction that is intended. Otherwise, when you don't have such a system, which you don't see it on the surface, and you might go to a places that they install covers, they don't take care of the airbag, or they don't put it at all. So that airbag can get in your kidney, it can get going through the window, who knows, to the door, because there is no guidance system. I'll explain that when I get there. Okay guys, so we're gonna continue and I'm gonna demonstrate the airbag side for the lean back in the front. And basically guys, if you pay attention, these are the straps coming out of these holes in the foam. There is two more in this area over here. Let me put the cover aside. And when you look underneath, what you're gonna see is this clip. We have the same clip in our covers, so it's just so you know how it's gonna go. So we got our cover. I flip it over. Now this is the only pull right here, and this is the airbag reinforcements. And as you can see, it's just a clip. And we're gonna put a hack ring in the holes so it holds the clip in position. And again guys, always look for the center on your cover. And most covers has a little line that indicates the position for the hack ring. And all the rest of the setup is made by Velcro, so we just have to align our cover and let it sit on the Velcro strips. Now guys, obviously the one in the inner section goes inside. Be sure that you make them flat, don't get them twisted, very important. And the second one goes to the holes in the front right here. Now we're gonna retrieve then we have the other side here. Okay guys, you have this one over here and this one just goes like that, and we put two hat rings. Back again so you can see it. There you go, goes one hat ring here, and another one in the other side. This is just to prevent the clip from getting off the track. Same in the other one. That's it guys. Now at this point we can turn it over. This material is the new material in our covers. When you go to LeatherTeck.com, this is the material that you're gonna get. This is the new generations. Previous old covers, if you attempt to buy something like this from somebody else, and if you have like fabric in the back and you don't have this smooth material, you're probably buying something that is been in the shelf for a long time. Now to aid this process right here, we're gonna use a little bit of nylon. And this is just to aid the alignment in the little bumps right here. Actually, we're gonna set this over here in this section, and we're gonna go around one way to do it, but actually I'm gonna go with a little section. Kinda didn't like it, so just one right here in the hump, another one in the other hump, and what it does guys, it allows the cover to fall in place more easily. And there you have it. One thing that I recommend is to use a small steamer. You can get it in Walmart. I've been promised in many videos that I will show you the one. I just forgot to pull it out. It's just so you can steam the sides. It becomes more flexible. So you can have a better finish. So the next step is gonna be the fully trim. Put the cushion, put all the trimming sections in the back. I'll continue that in the next video. I'm gonna prepare the rest of the covers so you can see how it's done.